Hello everybody, it's Rex here. Today we're checking out Jurassic Park Hammond Collection, Tyrannosaurus Rex. I was very fortunate to get this guy as soon as I pre-ordered him on Big Bad Toy Store. No more than 30 minutes later did he completely get sold out. Yeah, this is a very sought after Tyrannosaur. And Hammond Collection is amazing. I love this figure, very awesome. And before we get zoomed in and check out all of this amazing Tyrannosaurus details, let's check out its overall length so you can get an idea of how long the figure is. It's about 23 inches long, and at this height point it stands about 8.5 inches tall. So it is a pretty big Tyrannosaur, and it's really cool. You do have to plug the tail in when you open the box, so that is what you got to do for assembling. And with all out of the way, let's zoom in and check this figure out. So let's first start looking at the head here, and it looks amazing. The eye is got like glass on here, and the inside the eye is separate from it, so the eye kind of moves around. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'll try to get it in there. So there's the pupil, and you can see when you move the head, the eye kind of moves. So that's cool, unless you get it like, in a position where the pupil is completely gone, and then it looks kind of dead, which if it's on a up title for something like that, it's going to be kind of awkward. I personally don't like the eye as this eye is, just because it kind of, the pupil disappears. I would prefer just a little dot there, like the regular Hammond figures. But besides that little nitpick with the head, everything else looks amazing. The paint looks amazing on this head. We'll just turn it over so you can see the other side of the Tyrannosaur. Looks very good, and the teeth are separate mold here, so there's no paint chipping that can be done on these teeth besides the paint that's there. But overall, it looks really good. It has a nice rubbery neck, which is cool. It reminds me of the older figures from the older lines. The tail is also made of a nice rubber plastic, which has a bendy wire that goes from here and then continues onto here. It's like an extra bit here, so you can bend the tail a little bit. Got a little bendy, a little bit of bend in there. Can't do a whole lot crazy with it, but you do have a nice bendy there, and I do love the soft plastic back there. It feels nice. It's really good there. And here are the big old feet for the Tyrannosaur. They're nice and big, and yeah, I wish they were just a little bit shorter, like just one scale back, just shrink the just a tiny bit there. And there's the bottom of the feet, which are nicely detailed as well. And one thing I love about this figure is all the claws are painted. Yay! Good job, Mattel, for painting all the claws. That's so nice. I love that. Alright, and yeah, it looks really good. I will say that there are some paint splashes on this Tyrannosaur, and I have watched other videos, and it seems that the paint and quality control over the paint does have some hit and miss on some. Like on mine, this shouldn't be here. I've seen others with big black spots and everything on the figure. On the head here, you see this little bit of color right here. It goes right there, along with, well, on the other side there, yeah, that paint shouldn't be there. That should not be there on the figure. And yeah, so, and other figures have had other splotches and things. And so quality control in the paint isn't, unfortunately, that good. But besides that, the rest of the paint on my particular copy looks pretty good. Looks very nice. You got nice stripes going along the back of the Tyrannosaur right there. And as far as the Tyrannosaurus articulation, it's pretty good. You got a nice range here at the waist of the Tyrannosaur, so you can move left to right, up and down like that. You also have ball sockets here at the shoulder. They're kind of like ball sockets, but you can move them around. Little bend there at the arm. Hand can rotate, and the nice thing about this is that you can rotate the hands so they're not pronated and they're not broken anymore. So you can have them fixed like that, and that's how Tyrannosaurus hand should be. That's broken. That's correct. And yeah, you can move his neck right there at that joint, up and down, all around right there. The tail has a ball socket right there, and another ball socket right there, and then the rest of it is bendy wire. It's all plastic. The legs have articulation up there, and then has a bend there at the knee, and then a bend here as well, and a rocker pivot at the foot, as you can see there. And then we move on to the head here of the Tyrannosaur. And the head can open its jaw like so, and it's got a nice cool little rubber fabric in there, which is nice. It does look pretty good. And the tongue also is done up really good. It's got a nice paint to it, and you can even pose the tongue a little bit like that if you want it. And again, you can kind of see how the eye works there, how it's completely dead. I can't see the pupil at all, but if I turn it, there you can see it. Yeah, don't really like that eye feature. And the jaw is ratcheted, which I personally don't like. I first thought I kind of broke it at first when I opened the jaw. I prefer just a smooth open and close like the other figures. Like here's the Hammond Raptor, just a simple, open, closed type feature. But, you know, the ratchet, it's growing on me a little bit, but I would prefer not any ratchet at all. They're just a nice simple open and close without any ratchet. But again, oh, that paint looks good. Look at that. Look at that. Nice bit of paint there as well on the Tyrannosaur. But that is pretty much all there is to the articulation and all the amazingness of this figure. So next thing we can do is pull in some figures for comparisons. And so first up here is the Hammond Tyrannosaur next to the other Hammond dinosaurs that I have. And I think they scale pretty good. Yeah, they look nice. Here's the Tyrannosaur next to the Legacy tour vehicle right there, so you can see how they scale pretty good. Here's the Hammond Tyrannosaur next to the Legacy John Hammond. And finally, here is the Hammond Tyrannosaur next to the Lost World Bull Rex. And they are actually the same height. I mean, Bull Rex might be just a little bit, but from what I can tell, they seem to be the same height. The Bull Rex is just about maybe that much longer at the tail, but they do look really good together. And you could even pass this off as the female Rex and from Lost World, and this is the male Rex from the same movie. So, you know, that works pretty good, especially if Mattel does come out with a repaint of this to make it the big Bull Rex outfit. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, there's the comparison. And again, I really like the feel of the soft plastic on this Tyrannosaur, because it just harkens back to the older dinosaurs, you know, from the older lines, like the Tyrannosaur here, like the Bull Rex. It's so nice and soft with the plastic, and the soft plastic on this figure just makes it even better. I just really like that feel, and just makes me love this T-Rex even more. And so this has been a look at the Hammond Collection Tyrannosaurus. It's really good. There are a few issues with it, with like the eye and stuff, and especially on my copy, the eye is even damaged inside the pupil. I don't know if I'll be able to show you it, but the pupil inside the eye has a little scratch next to the pupil, so it kind of, it's just a little minor thing. You can't really see it from a distance, but that's just a little thing I've noticed when I looked over the figure for any problems. And the paint issues, I really wish the feet were just a little bit smaller. Even if you compare it to the Bull Rex foot, you bring in them together right there, and you can see that Hammond figure, the Hammond Tyrannosaurus foot, is even bigger than the Bull Rex. You can see how the foot is different. The Bull Rex foot is shorter, so this foot is longer than the Bull Rex. So it would have been nice if it was just a little bit shorter. I think this figure could stand just fine without how big the foot is. Besides that, I think it's a great figure. All in all, yeah, really nice. And I know this figure is hard to get. However, there's going to be another release of this figure, and it's going to come with Gennaro, and he's going to have the bathroom, and it's going to be able to fall apart, and that's going to be coming up July 22 this month, and it's going to be on pre-order on Mattel Creations, so you can get it there. So hop onto that site on that date, and you'll be able to pre-order that figure, and you'll be able to, I think it's a better deal because you're getting a Gennaro figure with it, and I might try to get it too, just to get Gennaro out of it. But yeah, that has been a look at Hammond Collection T-Rex. Let me know what your thoughts down below about this figure, and I hope to see you on the next video. Until then, have a great day, and goodbye everybody.